Do you know who you are as an individual? No, really, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I know who I am? The reason why I'm asking you that question is because through my observation, most people seem to be copycatters. Hear me out. The reason why I say most people tend to be copycatters is because I'm looking around at social media. I mean, I want you to think about it. How many people watches a video that goes viral, whether it's a dance or prank or the way a person does their video, and before you know it, everybody else is copying what that person did. And now what that person did isn't even original anymore because now everybody else is copying that shit. So most people are real copycatters. There's very few people that are really themselves, that are just authentic, and those are the minorities. So with you, ask yourself, am I a copycatter primarily? Now, we're all inspired by other people, myself included. There's a difference between being inspired by other people and being primarily a copycatter. You're a clone of somebody else, and you look like a weirdo because of it. You look like you don't have a life of your own or identity of your own. You couldn't come up with your own identity, so you stole somebody else's identity. You dressing like Lil Wayne. You got the same tattoos as Lil Wayne, or you went and got a butt like Kim Kardashian. Like, I respect it more if you came up with that on your own, but you literally looked at somebody else and said, you know what? I like the way her butt is shaped. I think I'm gonna go get mine shaped like that. Oh, I like the way Lil Wayne dresses. I think I'm gonna dress like that. I understand when you're at a young age, but I'm talking about adults who are copying other people. It's a weird thing if you think about it. And this is the type of behavior that puts people in cults. I don't want to be in a cult. I'm an individual. And I think it's super important to be an individual living your individual life, having your own identity. Now, again, it doesn't mean that having your own identity means you can't be inspired by somebody else. There's a difference. When you're inspired by somebody, that person has literally given you the motivation to do your thing in your unique way. But when you copy somebody else, you just you're replaceable at that point. You're really just minimalizing yourself down into a nobody. If you really want to be real, raw, and authentic, then show up as a real, raw, authentic individual. Don't show up as another person. Show up as yourself. I think it's sad when a person doesn't know themselves so much that they now have decided that it's better for them to try to be another person. This is what creates envy between two people. When a person is envious of you, that's a person that's jealous of you. That's a person that secretly wants to be you. They want to live your life. And this is not good. When an individual wants to live your life, that individual is a dangerous individual. And in my opinion, that individual cannot be trusted. You yourself are very unique. And if you dig deep enough, you'll find out that it's far better to be yourself than it is to be anybody else. I mean, do you really want to be somebody else? I wouldn't trade myself for anybody. That's how much I love and appreciate myself, but it wasn't always that way. You see, I had to get comfortable with being who I am. I had to get comfortable with the bald head, the milk chocolate skin. I had to get comfortable with the scar on the face. I had to get comfortable even with a dad bod when I had a dad bod. Had to get comfortable with that. And then after I got comfortable and started accepting myself, I started to change the things about myself that I could change, that I wanted to change. See, most people will tell you to stay the same. I'm not going to tell you to stay the same. I'm just going to say, find out who you are at different levels of yourself. Discover yourself, explore yourself, see what you really like because you really like it. Don't do what I do. Do what you do in your own unique way. Don't do what anybody else does. Do what you do in your own unique way. And when you do that, you'll find that it's far better to be yourself than to be anybody else. It's Robbie Cornelius always encouraging you to master your mind and make money online. I'll talk to you soon.